Hello everyone, this is Vass and I am standing in the Six Flags Over Norrath build. In the last episodes I had worked on the swinging inverter ship, which I've got the platform done, it's completed, the ship is in order, I've got most of the house actors done. I have put in the water feature. As the ride swings, the seahorses splash the riders. I've got the benches in. Got a house actor so far, one house actor on the bench. So this one you can get on. You can role play on this one. Most of the rides you can actually role play with. I think the only one that you might have trouble with is going to be the bobsled, because when I put the actual vehicles in with the house actors, it made it really hard to go through the different channels. You can still do it, you would just have to actually jump across, jump over the ride, and so on. Same thing with the mining carts inside the mine ride. There's house actors in some of the carts, so you will have to, if you can't squeeze beside them, you will have to go over them. So there is that little bit of breakage in the roleplay aspect, but for the most part you can roleplay in here. So today I am working on the super loop, basically. Gorowyn fire loop. And I've got the loop in place. I have to build the track and put the cars on, which me, Demora, and Sarex farmed some cars yesterday for this particular ride. I've got the station started, but I am going to work on that as well. But for the time being, I'm going to focus on getting the actual track in. Because as you see, it's got these little pieces that stick out, so it's not perfectly circular. So I want to try to get around that. Now I've got railings. They might not get it completely, but we will see. So let's see. Let me get my railings here and we will get started. I'm clicking a little too quickly. I am a little behind on uploads. This is like episode 24 and I'm currently uploading episode 20, but I took a little bit of time to do some editing and stuff like that, so I am a little behind on uploading. But I've got one uploading now, which is slowing me down a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. I just gotta be patient, not try to go so quickly. Okay, let's get my save going. That's my primary save. And go into decorator mode. just moving these to get a difference. Okay, so that's 10 railings moved. Let's see if it's rolled. That is what I need it to do. I need it to roll. Okay, so get my second save. I'm going to go over to the layout editor. Load up the new from difference. And I am going to it's probably better to do a circle with these. So I'm going to do circle spiral. I'm going to just name it loop for now. Instead of the floor, I want the circle to actually be east-west? No, north-south? I can't remember. But I think it's north-south. If not, I can rotate it 90 degrees, so no big deal there. Let's see. Definitely need to change the scale of the item. Let's try 3. Radius, we'll do double that. We'll do 6. Total angle is going to be 360 degrees because I want a full circle. And I have 10 items, so we're going to do 10 steps. I'm not really worried about the start angle. Don't need it to increase as it goes. Don't need the radius to increase. I'm not making a spiral. Okay, so, and I'm not going to use the crate in here. I need to get the item ID. So copy the item ID there and paste it here. Okay, and my center point, it doesn't really matter because I will be moving it, but we'll just copy one of these. Copy that one, paste it there. Copy this one. Paste it there. And copy this one. And paste it there. Okay, so these are low, so the center point will be on this platform, so I do need to raise that. So the up and down is currently right there. So I need to increase that. So I will do, let's do 4. That way it's 4 meters up, and we will go from there. I don't think I need anything else. Let's go ahead and create. And I'm going to get rid of these right here because I want to use the ones I created. That's why I left it like that and I didn't copy the name so I could easily see those. You could also use the added by create spiral. That'll help you as well. So deleting those out, and we're going to apply and save, and let's load it up. And it is a star. Not exactly what I wanted. So let's delete and delete the group so we can create another group. Circle spiral. Gonna leave it the same name. The radius was too big for this scale. Actually, I need to roll it too. So let's go ahead and do a scale of 5. Let's roll them 90 degrees. And we will apply, save all. Okay. It didn't roll all of them. What did I do wrong? Let's go find out. Delete that group so I can reuse it. I could get rid of the create new group, but just so I can keep on track of things. Scale, roll. Starts at 90. Number of steps is 10, radius is 6, 5. Let's do a pitch of 45. It's been a while since I've done this, so I might have to do it off screen just so I'm not using up all your time. It's weird that it's not rolling those. Even though it shows that they're rolled, it's not rolling them. Okay, so let's get rid of you. Get rid of the group. I haven't worked with this doing it sideways, so maybe that is what's affecting it. Because when you turn things sideways, you're already affecting the roll. You're rolling it before you even get there. This is going to be bad with the 90 pitch. But we will see. Yeah, it's spazzing out over there. Now, this top part is fine. Bottom part is not. Radius is too big. Okay, create. Let's decrease the radius to 5. Decrease the item scale to, well, if I can get the radius right, then these little bits that are sticking out will be buried in there. So that would be fine. But I might end up having to use stairs instead to get it thicker. Okay, let's see, we'll leave that at 5 for now. Change this to 89.897, just so we don't have any flipping items. Okay, so they're going to be bringing the servers down soon. Great. Okay, so I would do what I can before the servers go down. Let's load this. Okay. And this, if I rotate it, I can rotate it to get it the way I want it. So that'll work. It is still a bit big on the radius. So let's go down further on the radius. We will go down to 4. Create that there. Apply, not save group. I want to save all, then load. Okay, radius is better. Let's go up on all of these 1. Up again. And I need to move it to the west so I can see it better in comparison with the actual ride. Okay, it needs to go to the north and it needs to go up a little bit. So let's do 0.5 up and to the north. Okay, it's a little bit more centered. And let's go 0.5 to the west. And again. Okay, so it is a little better. They do need to be thicker. So I will probably have to use stairs. Because if I make these much bigger than they are right now, they're going to start poking out. And let's see, if I rescale these to 6, we will see. Oh, that's not bad. It's got some major shimmering. Point 1. Rotate. Okay. Now it's not going to be doing the shimmering. But yes, I'm going to have to use stairs. Okay, so I will leave that there for now. And let's work a little bit on the platform because I'll have to go make the stairs to redo this. Okay, so let's work on the platform. Here's the carts, by the way. I've got those over here. Let's see, what should I do first? I should do the entrance first. Actually, let's get a save. Bunny, get off the platform. And we will center it with this. There we go. Let's see, stairs. And that's probably way too big. I think those stairs are also partially buried into the floor. So I think this is, yeah, it's partially buried in the floor. I'll have to lift it, but I think that's where I'm going to be using some of the blocks. And it's eating into the railing a little bit, so let's go a little bigger. 1.1. And I'm gonna go that way, so let's go 1, get rid of that point, 1 to the west. Oh, that looks good. It's pretty close to being even. And I don't see a gap in between, so that's good. Let's go up on it. Let's try 1. That looks okay. Maybe let's do 0.1 up. Okay, if I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna probably want to have this above the platform. Let's go 0.1 up again. Okay, yeah, that works. That works. And it's good height. Okay, so now let's grab one of these guys. Okay, I sworn I grabbed you. This one's flipped over and made smaller. I need to sink it down some. I want it just barely over the edge. Do I want it lined up with this top part? I think I do. Let's bring you up just a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Let's copy you. Come on, move. Copy and paste to that one. I just want those two. Okay, this one's a smaller one. That is not rolled, right? 180. Apply that. Okay, now let's copy and paste, and we need to move this south. Let's do 6 south. Okay, 6 is not quite far enough. So let's do 2 more south. A little bit too far. So 0.2 north. A little too far that way now. And 0.02 south. More to 2 more times. Okay, that's better. Okay, so that's in place. Now this one I scaled, I believe, at max scale just to see how it would fit here. Let's see if I sync it to where it just shows out on both sides. Okay. And I want to line those dots kind of up with this because I think I'm going to have either the railing going across here or the railing going across here. But I'm thinking railing across this. No, I'll probably have the railing here. So I need to line up these dots and these dots with the outside pieces. So I need to move that. Well, first off I need to move it down, but then I need to move it to the northeast. So let's move this down. Don't want it all the way in the ground. There we go. That seems really high. Oh, I'm going to have railing, that's right. There's going to be railing across here, so it won't be as high as it actually looks. And I can always adjust it if I need to. Okay, so let's save it where it is. Get a new from difference. And let's move you 0.5 northeast. See how that works. And it's pretty close. Let's do another 0.1 northeast. And one more. See how it looks. Okay, that's pretty good, I think. Okay, so I've got that one in place. Now, if I copy it and do it for 1, 2, 3 more. Okay, so the larger one I will copy to the smaller ones. Okay, so I need to move these two to the south, and it's a big move, so let's try 12 to the south. And that is not quite right. It's a little more than centered, so maybe we'll do 8 more. 8 more south. And still not quite where it needs to be. Let's do 1 more south. Okay, that's got it. So that was 12. Well, it won't matter because I won't be, well, actually no, it won't matter because I got 2 here and I've got 2 over there, and now I need to go to the west on those 2. So this one and this one need to go to the west too. Let's do 12 because that side is shorter. So 12 to the west. go take a look. Not quite. Let's do that one and that one. 2 more to the west. A little too far. So let's start doing 0.2s to the east. We'll do a couple. Too far. And just 1 to the west this time. And that's not far enough, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, because the gray is showing around that corner. And I don't think it's showing down here. And not quite. So let's do 0.02 a couple of times to the west. Okay, better. Okay, so those both should be in place now. They are. I am going to have to move this. He's going to have to go to the other side, I believe. Or I could just move the house actor over here. This tail's not going in there, is it? It's close. It's turning. And we'll move him out a bit. Oops, not that. Not the tree. Sarnex, you have to grab by the head. Okay, that's better. And I still need to put a sign over here, but maybe I will add text to him greeting people and saying where they are. The Gorowyn Sushi Restaurant. Okay, so those are in place. And I've got all these the same size. Let's see. Can I have to get up on top, I think. I want to have it in. Actually, I think I'm going to have to raise the arch. Because I wanted the arch to line up with the railing. And I don't want to lower the railing. Because I don't want that opening to sink in. So I think I'm going to have to raise the arch to match. But let's get you just in. There we go. And we'll raise the arch. There we go. And that also means I have to raise these. Which is fine. That shows that little detail on all sides now. And if I go down, it won't work as well, I don't think. Raise you up. Okay, maybe that's a little too far over. and shrink these a little bit. How's this lined up over here? Too far back. Okay, so the edge of this one needs to be past here, between that little notch and that little notch. Okay. Okay, so that works. Now let's get, okay, so saved, okay. And we'll move you and shrink you guys down a bit. Just a little bit. Okay, say save. So it's 0.74 right now. So let's do 0.73. And just do a little at a time. And if I move it now, I just want to move one of these to the south. I'm not sure if this is the right one. It wasn't. It needs to go back to the north. This one needs to go to the south. Okay. Okay, now that's showing. Good. Okay. So that's what I wanted to do there. And this one's going to have to go to the north. Might be too far, but we'll see. In fact, it does look like it's too far. Let's do 0.5 south. So we can do half of that. Okay, now that little strip is showing, so that will probably work. Okay, so I've got this one in place. And I want to do basically the same thing with another one. But this time I want it here. Let's lower you down. Okay, I like that better. So let's get your height. So up, down coordinate, make sure that negative's in there, and then save it back to where it was. Okay, now new save, and I want to do the same height on the other three. It's going to sink quite a bit of that stonework in the ground, probably all of it. Oh no, not all of it. So that's okay. It's got that base just above the ground, so that's fine. load those up, and I want to paste what I just copied. That way they are all at the same height. And load that up and they should all be down same height. Okay, good. So I've got that there. I'll have to put one in between. It's going to be a smaller one. But let's grab another one of these for the front. Well, this will go all the way across. Now, how did I have that one? Okay. It's going across the bottom. However, it's going to go into there, but I think, actually, if I can get it just right, if I move it over a little bit with the layout editor, I think this portion will come through and this will still be seen, I think. But that's going to have to be done with the layout editor because that's really small. Really small movement. Come on, just the one railing. There we go. Let's do 0.002 to the south. Okay, that one's showing and that one's showing. Good, that worked out great. Okay, so those are in place. Now, save that. If I copy these three here and move those back there, that'll give me a good start over there. So I've saved that. So let's move these three so we can get a new from difference of this. 1, 2, and 3. And hopefully it won't kick me off in 6 minutes. We will find out. Okay, so what's the east-west? Okay, the east-west is a little bit off on these. So let's copy the one that's kind of towards the middle and paste it on all of these. Okay, that way they're the same distance from this line. Okay, good. So I've got those, well, let's get 3 more to go with these. Here's the 3 that I'm going to be copying from, and here's 3 right here. I might have more than I need, or maybe a little less. I was just guesstimating. I had the idea of what I was going to do, but I'm not sure if it's going to work exactly the way I planned. But we shall see. As soon as it gets my save successfully, there we go. Let's load those up, and let's get, and they're all the same. Oh, my rotations are different. Okay, so I've got those 3. Let's go ahead and do -90 on this one. That way all three of those are negative 90, because that one was turned 180 degrees and it didn't have to be. So sort again. Okay, so let's copy. We'll copy this one to this one. We'll copy this one to this one. And this one to this one. So it's the top two and the bottom one. So the top two and the bottom one. And let's move it 13 to the west. Not far enough. So we'll do one more to the west. Hopefully that's not too far. It is. So top two and bottom one. Let's do 0.5 to the east. And that is too far to the east now because you can see it's over those stones. So let's do 0.2 to the west. Too far. Point 1 to the east. There we go. That's got it. So those are in place. So now if I do one of the sides, pretty much the same way. Get zoomed in a little bit more here. Bunny, you're going to need to get out of there. And these I can tweak a little bit in and out as needed to get my spacing good. Okay, so that one's there. Let's get the other side in. Just trying to line these up a bit with the stones. Get the gray about the same on the sides. Okay, so I've got those in place. Now, the middle one I really won't know just yet. Because honestly, that looks a little big. The gap in between looks a little big. Okay, that one I can't even go through, so it does definitely need to go to the right a little bit. So it is just a little off of there. Can't go through there. Can barely get through there. And I'm stuck. Okay. So it's pretty close. How many stones? Well, that one's there. That one's right at that stone. If I move this one out to be right at that stone, is it going to have a gap at the end? No. Okay, so then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares. This one is there, and that one is sticking into that one a little bit. So line these up. About right there. That should be about centered. Centered enough. Okay. Okay, so now I need to move 2 more into there. And they'll probably have to stay that size. I'm not going to have enough of the bollards. Do I have more bollards in here? I don't. I'm going to have to make more bollards. Okay, so 1 and 2. Copy from there. Give me a save successfully. Okay, so copy from this one and paste to those. And let's do 4 west and then 4 west. Not quite good enough. So let's do 0.5 west and an additional 0.5 west on that one. Okay. Not quite. But it's getting to the point where this one, there's might be a gap in between. A little bit. Let's see. 0.1 west and another 0.1 west. Yeah, see there's a gap there. Almost a gap there. And those are at max scale. Okay, let's do this. We'll move this one back 0.1. Back 0.1, or let's do 0.05 and see how that looks. 0.05 east, and we will move this one more to the west. Yep, still gap. East, west, okay, that one's good. And I know there's a gap in there, but we can fix that in a minute. And this one is good. So for this one, let's make it a little bigger. I hate doing it, but it looks like we're gonna have to. This one's gonna be odd size compared to the others. So we will make you bigger. Just until you reach a little too far. Is that reaching? No. So a little bigger. And we'll have to sink you down, because I would much rather have you line up more with the top. Okay, there we go. That way it doesn't look too far off. Okay, so this side is good. I can copy that over to there. So let's save. And I have 2 bollards. That's what I need. So move you and you and you. Oh, actually, hold up. Let's save you and put you back. Okay. Apply, save all, and put you back. Because for me to be able to see the difference between these and these are going to have to be smaller. Otherwise, I will not know the difference. Unless I used how far to the north they were. So let's make these 3 smaller. Now we'll save. And layout is saved. Lift 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, wait for another layout saved. Okay, and I moved that 12, then I moved it 8, I believe. So that's 20, maybe 21. We will see. We shall see. So we'll move it 21 after we copy it. Put the large ones at the top. Okay, and a bollard to a bollard. Bollard to the other one. And railings now. Let's see. This railing. And second railing to the second. And third railing to the third. So it's all the bottom 5. And we are going to go 21 to the south. To me, I think that's too far. It is too far. Because this is supposed to be lined up with that. So was it 0.5? So it was 20.5 maybe? 0.5 to the north. Actually, that's going to throw the bollards off, isn't it? Yeah, the bollards need to stay. It's just the fencing that needs to move. And I did those 0.5 to the north, so let's put them back 0.5 to the south. And we just need to move the railings 0.5 to the north. And that's too far. So let's go 0.2 back to the south. Closer. Point 0.01 south. Maybe one more. Nope. One more. It's not showing the line. Oh, I wonder if the game's going down. Oh, I can see the line. Apply, save all. Okay. Okay, now we're good. So those are done. Just need to get the ones in the back. And how far do I have these apart? Brick-wise, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 basically, because that one's sticking over a little bit and that one's sticking over a little bit. So let's do it this way. Let's see what the difference between you and you. Okay, and this will be the north-south, so it's basically 4.04 is basically the distance. 4.05 because that's a 6, so 4.05. Apply to put it back. Didn't do any changes. So if I copy this one to one of these, these are both -90, okay. So let's do, there we go, that one's not. And it was 4.05 to the south. Okay, that worked. We'll do the same thing again here. Copy that one with another one. Let's wait for it to say layout saved successfully. There we go. So copy this one to this one, and 4.05 south, and load. Okay, so that gap looks bigger than these other gaps. So let's let's get a save, and then we will move 1, 2, and 3. And this one is the one that I'm closest to, which I am at 13.14 and 16. Let's load those up. Okay, those are all the same that way. This is 16, 18, and 12, and I am at 16, 8, and 12. So I am at 16. So if I sort it by that and do these and move it 0.2, this one I want to move further because there's a bigger gap. And this one, then this one. So let's sort it the other way around. And we'll do 0.2 south, take away that one, add an extra 0.2 south to those two, and an extra one to that one. Okay, that looks closer. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 squares, and that's 5 squares. That's 5 squares and 5 squares. Let's do 0.05, and we're going to go north, north, and north. Okay, so that one's almost exactly 5 squares. And that one's almost exactly 5 squares. And that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you count half and half, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and almost 5. Let's fine tune it a little bit more. We will just do 0.01 north. More on these guys. And that guy. Okay, those should be a lot closer to being evenly spaced. So that's good. Okay, so now I need to craft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more bollards. 5 more bollards and I'm done. And I've got too many railings actually. Let's go ahead and pick you guys up. Okay, so I've got these, which I planned on using. So let's do these. Okay, let's get you started in here. How big? That's max. And I'm gonna need to shrink you down some. And I also need to roll you. So you're a scale of 3. Let's do a scale of 2.5. Apply that, and then let's roll you 180. Load you up. Okay, that does have the blue at the top. That's good. And the center point is at the top, right? Yes. Because sometimes if you sink the center point below the ground surface of the house, you can tend to lose items. It hasn't been that big of a problem in this house because there's a lot of land below us, but just to be safe. And I'm gonna need to move you. I need to get a better view over here so I can see both sides. This is not easy. Okay. And sink you down. Well, first off, are you about middle? You are not quite about middle. Let's save you where you are. Get a new from difference. Come on, move again. And there's a little bit of that edge. And there's a lot more of that edge. Okay. So let's pull you back up and we will change you to 2.6. Okay, you are definitely sticking through on this side and this side. So let's move you 0.01 southwest. Okay, let's do a bigger movement than that. Okay, are you showing over here yet? No. How far? You're close. And the other side's closer. So let's do south and then southwest. That's probably too far. Yep. And let's do north and northeast, and then we will do 0.02 south and southwest. So put it back, and then I'm going to move it from there a little bit at the 0.02. And this side is showing, and this side is not. South. Okay, that's better. Now it's showing on both sides, And it looks like it's in the middle. Let's find out. Really, it's not in the middle. But that's okay because it's got that rounded edge, so they're overlapping a little bit. Okay, so now I've got that design around the bottom, which is what I wanted. So now I need to copy this one and move it this way. Might have an issue when I get down here. I might not have enough of these. So let's see. We will copy you. That one. And this one. Come on, saved, okay. And the larger one to the smaller one. And we will move it 6 to the west. Not quite far enough. Oh, they line up pretty good though. Okay, so let's do one more to the west. Is this going to be better? It is better, but it's probably... This is actually okay, I think. It does have that in the middle, but I think that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to take these now. 1 and 2. How much do they overlap? Not by much. Those 2 and 2 more. 1 and 2. And we're going to copy you, paste, copy, you, paste. Move these 2. It was 7 that way. So let's do 14 to the south. And I do believe it can come out a little bit more, so let's do 0.2 more to the south. That's probably a bit much, yep. So we'll do 0.1 to the north. Okay. Little bit. 0.05 south. Okay, better. Better, yep. Okay, so that lines up. This one has a gap. How does the back look? Those 2 are there, so I've got this bigger portion in the middle. If I did a copy of this one, and one of these, okay, copy you to you, and we will move you back 7.5 to the south. Okay, too far. Okay, let's get rid of the 0.5 by moving you to the north 0.5, and that'll put it 7. Okay, those are pretty close. This one's got a bigger indent than this one. So let's do 0.1 south. Come on. Okay, that's better. And now if I copy this one and this one, okay, copy you to you, and we're going to move you 7 to the east. Okay, there we go. I think we have it. That looks pretty good. I mean, honestly, I can move this one 0.2 north. And let's see. If I did that one 0.2 north, and then do this one, and this one. Actually, let's do this one back where it was, 0.2 south. Okay, so these two, I will do 0.3 south. That's not exactly what I was wanting to do. Point 0.1 south. Which one are you? Not the right one. Okay, so now that's lined up better. So it is you that needs to go 0.2 south, which should be this one. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so that's better, and it should line up better over here. It does. And then I do the same thing with these. So 1 and 2. once I get my save, load those up, and we would do 1, 2, 3 north. I don't like how far that is in. This side is not as far in. So we'll go back 1 south. Okay, that's okay. It's got that gap. Maybe it's just gonna be a little bit. Okay, save, and we will move you one, this one, and this one. We will move you guys 0.05 south. Let's see how you look. Okay, no problems there. A little bit there, and a little bit there. If I do it, let's do it 0.02 south. Okay. And then shift this one. Because this one looks like it's sticking out further than the other side. Let's get our save successfully. So make sure I'm moving the right things. South. Okay, that's better. It's got a little bit in between each. And this one isn't so bad here. You can't even tell here. Okay. So we are good with that. The only other thing is I do have these right here that I wanted to put in. You know what? It might be better. Let's do, save that. Move you and you, and we will go ahead and move you. And we will save that. Because the center should be around here, but down at the base. Okay, so take the center point of this one and use it for those. And then I'm going to raise it 5. And then I will go 3 to the north on that one and 3 to the south on this one. Let's see where it puts us. Close. Let's go 1 to the south and 1 to the north. Okay. As far as this goes, it's a little too far over. So let's do 0.1 south and 0.1 north, the opposite directions, because I went a little too far. Okay, that looks better. You can kind of tell by what's sticking out on the side pieces. Okay, so these I want to do at 0.8. Let's see how that looks. And let's see, sink it down. Now it looks like it's too far. Let's do 0.9. See how those look. I just want it sunk down just until the fire is above. There we go. And I don't think I'll do another one. Maybe do the sign right here. So I've got to do the sign. Got to do house actors. Have to replace these with stairs. Get those in position. And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bollards. And get the actual train in, and this one will be done. So I will either finish it up off screen or do it in the next video. If I don't do it in the next video, that will give me time to work on the next ride for this park. So I'm going to call that the end of the video. Thanks for watching.